Hello everybody and welcome to my latest video. My name is Jeremy and you're watching the Practical IT channel. I've received some comments lately about some older videos I've done covering VBoxManage, and in those videos I covered a few of the many options that VBoxManage is capable of. In this video I want to hone in on a few more of those capabilities and go through some commands and some examples, and hopefully people will find this helpful. Let's get started. Here we are on the Ubuntu 22.04 desktop, and so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and open a terminal, and you can do that in Ubuntu by hitting Control Alt and T. We'll make this a little bit larger. All right. The first thing we want to do is we want to get a list of the VMs that we've got created on this machine. In order to do this, we use the command VBoxManage list VMs. And there's something specific I want to point out here. You can interact with your VMs in two different ways. You can either use the name, which is what you find here in quotes, or you can use the UUID, which is this long string of numbers and characters that you find in the curly braces. So for our purposes today, we are going to use the UUID for this Ubuntu server VM that I've created. So we're going to copy that. And since this is a server, we are going to start this in headless mode. So to do that, we say VBoxManage start VM, and we want to paste in the UUID, add a space, double dash, type, space, headless. And as you can see, this VM, it says, has been successfully started. How do you get access to this VM then? Well, it helps if you've already booted it up and recorded the IP address of it. In this case, I have done that already. And we can connect to it via SSH, and we are in. We can check the version of the kernel and all that fun stuff and see some information about that machine. Quit out of that and clear the screen in the terminal. So what if you want to change the running status of that VM? Well, you've got several options. And which ones of these work is going to be dependent on some of the options that you selected when setting up the VM. To change the power condition, you start with VBoxManage. And for a running VM, you generally use Control VM. You, of course, want the UUID of the VM. Again, you can use the name. And then the commands that go with this are Poweroff, pause, shutdown, and reboot. So, for instance, if we want to shut down this VM, we get an error message. And that's fine. We can work around this by saying power off. And just like that, the machine is powered down. Alright, so let's go ahead and restart this. Headless mode again. Something else that you may want to do from the command line is taking a snapshot of the VM. And there's a command for that as well. VBoxManage snapshot. Paste in your UUID. You want to say take snap1 is the name, and you can optionally add description. We've added a description. And we hit enter. And it's going to create a snapshot. And of course, if you've created a snapshot, you may want to manipulate that in some way. Usually people want to delete snapshots to save some disk space. So first you need to find the ID of the snapshot. So you'd say VBoxManage, snapshot, paste in the UUID of the VM, and then say list. All right. And so from here, you want to notice that you've got the name, you've got the UUID here, and then you've got the description that we added as well. All right, so if we want to delete this, we'd say VBoxManage, snapshot, VBoxManage, snapshot, the UUID of the VM, delete, and then we want to copy and paste in the UUID of the snapshot. And the snapshot has been deleted. VBoxManage, list VMs. And again, we're going to copy our UUID here. And we're going to check and make sure that our snapshot was deleted. VBoxManage, snapshot, list. And that VM does not have any snapshots. And so that brings us to the end of our examples. So we're just going to go ahead and shut this down. VBoxManage, control VM, power off. And just like that, the power is off. And we can verify that by jumping into VirtualBox itself. And we can see that it is, in fact, powered off. All right, that brings us to the end of another video. Hopefully this answers some questions about VBoxManage. You will find the link down in the description for the VirtualBox documentation, which is actually quite good as far as technical documentation goes. If you got something out of this video, please take a moment to like and subscribe. Only a very small percentage of you, less than 10%, are actually subscribed to the channel. Hit that subscribe button and change your notification settings, and we'll keep you notified of future videos. And on that note, thank you once again for watching. Have a great day.